Hello again, YouTube, and I have officially worked at Amazon for, well, I was going to say a full day, but it's technically not been a full day yet. Um, okay, so let me give you the rundown of this. I am hired at Amazon. That is my job now. It's not, well, I still work at Regal too, but uh, orientation was yesterday. And I didn't want to make a video about this place until I'd already done some work. I didn't do any work at all yesterday, as a matter of fact. All I did yesterday was sit, watch a couple videos, do a couple quizzes. Got paid for it, but sat around, didn't really do anything all day. And I was there from 11 a.m. until 4:30, 4 p.m. I think it was 4:30. And then I left. Um, and then today was my first regular scheduled shift, which was 11:30 to 3:30. Well, that's what its scheduled was. I actually ended up leaving at 2:30, which is only well, the 3:30 is only 4 hours, and of course the 2:30 is only 3 hours. 4:30 is 4 hours. 2:30 is three. Yeah, no, 3:30 is 4 hours. 2:30 is 3 hours. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so I was scheduled 11:30 to 3:30, and that's a normal day for me and most people that were there today. And my schedule there is supposed to be concrete. Um, Sunday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Now, here's the deal with this place. They do this thing called flexing hours, and they also have VTO, which VTO, what that means is volunteered time off. So when the 15-minute break comes up at 1:30, or is it 1:30? Yeah, it's 1:30 because we go back at 1:45. Um, when the 15-minute break pops up at 1:30, they say, "Okay, who wants to go home?" Basically, and they'll send a certain amount of people home that want to go home, and nobody went. I think maybe one or two people went home that day, and you don't get paid for the rest of your shift. You go home. I think you get paid for the rest of the hour. I think that's about it. So then they have this thing called flexing hours. So if they're doing okay that day, they don't have to do anything. They'll either VTO people and they'll send enough people out so they'll be okay, or they'll do enough business to where we stay for 4 hours. If they're doing really bad that day, they flex down an hour. So that means if you are living to 3:30 like I am, um, they flex everyone down an hour, even if they had VTOs leave, um, or VTO people leave. So I got sent home an hour early today, which was kind of weird because I thought we weren't going to. I thought, oh, we're still training. They're not going to send us home. Whatever. I don't really have a problem with it. But you still get paid for the 4 hours, though, when you do that. Now, there's also an upside to this, though. If you, they also flex up an hour. So if they're doing really good on business and they still have a bunch of work to do, they'll flex up an hour. So that means you work 5 hours. Um, you don't get another break, but you work another hour. And I get 11.50 an hour there, so I get another 11.50. They do pay weekly. They pay every Friday, except for this Friday because it's my first week. But I'll get paid next Friday for this week and next week, which will be a pretty, okay check. I think I've rounded it to where I think it'd be almost $200 a paycheck if it was weekly. That's not including rounding or flexing up or down hours. But eh, that's cool. If it's like $197, that's cool. It's $197 extra dollars. I can just do with what the fuck ever I want. Plus Regal, which the cool thing with Regal though is I can still work 5 to close Sunday through Thursday, and then whatever time they want me to work on Friday and Saturday. So I can still have a decent and a really good paycheck from there and work max amount of hours, and I can still open a couple days. And fucking happy dory until I find something else. Now, I don't remember if I mentioned this in the last vlog or if it had popped up in my email yet, but um, there was this email I got from Metro, and it basically said, "Hey, we have an entry level position for desktop support technician 1." And I was like, "Okay, that's cool. How much does it pay?" And it's like $43,000 to $50,000 a year salary. I'm like, "Well, that's pretty damn good," which it is. It's like over $15 an hour, if you break it down to hourly wage. So I applied for it. I haven't heard anything. I heard that they got it, and I'm hoping that my mom said that she talked to her boss, which her boss is like a big guy that's in the Metro department over there. So hopefully something happens. I get that job. If I get that job, the first thing that's going to happen is I'll leave Amazon, um, because Regal has seniority. The only thing Regal is going to be doing isn't really going to be supporting me at all. It's going to be for a little extra money, but I'm not really going to need it. I'm basically going to. My plan is if I get the desktop support technician 1 position, I'm going to stay at Regal until January. And then when January rolls around, I'm going to put my 2 weeks notice in. Reason being, because Star Wars comes out. And there's 2 reasons I want to stay. One, I've been there for 4 years now. As of this past week, I've been there for 4 years. And I think I owe them at least one big movie left over. And just the fact that I get to work that seems kind of fucking crazy. And I've never worked an overnight shift because when we did overnight shifts before, when Dark Knight Rises came out, I couldn't work because I was in school. And I want to do that. Just to say, hey, I did that once. I worked from 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. or some shit. Or 8 a.m. or whatever. Basically, I'm going to stay till January because of that. And because I want to go see Star Wars for free as soon as I possibly can. Because if I get to see that, I'm going to see it like 5 times over. At least the first time I'm going to see it by myself. Unless for some odd reason I have a couple coworkers tag along with me. But I'm going to tell them to shut the fuck up because usually I talk a little bit during movies and they do too. But I'm going to tell them to shut the fuck up. I'm watching Star Wars. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't care how terrible it is. If it is bad. Please don't fuck it up. But if the second, third time, the second time I'm probably going to go with my dad and stepmom. Third time I'm probably going to go with my mom. Fourth time I'll go with my cousins. Fifth time I'll go with coworkers. Or mix mosh, any of those in between there, whatever. But I want to get as many free passes as I possibly fucking can, especially to IMAX before I leave there because IMAX tickets are fucking ridiculously high and they're like $18. Anyway, there's that. That's what I'm wanting to do. Hopefully I get this Metro position because if I get the Metro position, it's really weird ass hours, but it's hours I can get along with. It's like Saturday through Wednesday, so then I'll have Thursday and Friday off, which is a weekday night or a weekday plus a weekend. It's like, what? And okay, so it's a Saturday through Wednesday and it's 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So yeah, it's 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So I have literally all day to sleep and do whatever the fuck I want and everything still be open. It's like the literal exact opposite of what I'm doing for Regal right now, where I have to either work at Regal all day or all night and nothing be open because I'm sleeping all day or something's happening. That's literally the best thing that can ever happen because if I work, even if it's a hard ass job, 6 a.m. sleep, that's 8 hours is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, I'm doing math. Excuse me. So if you go 6 a.m., 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, So by 2 p.m. or by 3 p.m. you get 9 hours sleep. By 2 p.m. you get 8 hours sleep. So you still have the rest of the day before, and then you got uh 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours before you have to go into work. So it's like, what the fuck? So yeah, I mean, you'll have to adjust your sleep schedule availability different. Now I'm loving this thing what I've got going on now, where it's 11:30 and it's still 3:30. So that means I get to stay up and I can go to bed later and still get 8 hours of sleep. And then I get off early. So it's like, okay, I can just do what the fuck I want then. But short hours, so you don't get as much money. So yeah, there's that. All right, remember, like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Like the Facebook page will be linked down below in the description. Next video, I still haven't got my tracking information for Loot Crate yet, so I have no idea when that's going to come in. But yeah, next video should be, if something happens with Metro, that's of course the first thing I'm gonna do is that video. But a gaming video, maybe a vlog if some crazy shit happens. But yeah, see you guys later.